here, because I think that might have been, you see, astrology is about cycles, and whenever we have a difficult transit, like with the planet Saturn, that can constrain us but also make us work harder so that we get more from it, it's normal that you would be feeling like, how am I going to get away from this? When is it going to move on? And it is going to move on in April, so there will be a big shift. Let's see, 1943 March. You have Saturn in the sign of Gemini, Uranus in Gemini. So Saturn has, during all of this time that's been going over your sun, it's also been squaring it. Gemini and Pisces are what we call a hard angle. They're not necessarily compatible signs. Usually, though, we do need conflict about these things. Specifically with your work, was there something that you wanted to do? Was there some kind of change that you wanted to make, or do you have an idea?
Yes, and I want to know if it's going to work.
Right. What kind of work is it?
Design.
Design. Well, with the Saturn and Uranus and Gemini, you're a good salesperson. You have Mars in Capricorn. Mars in Capricorn is being a very hard worker. It's about understanding the nature of work. Jupiter this year is going through the sign of Capricorn. It will conjunct your Mars towards the end of the year. So I think towards the end of the year there will definitely be fruition about the work that you have already done in this area. I don't know if it's necessarily going to happen before then.
Okay, because I'm planning on switching jobs.
Right. Well, I think you're going to switch jobs, but the idea is that you won't feel completely comfortable there until the end of the year, when all of the work that you've done up to this point is going to be very evident to the people that you're working for or with.
Aha, okay.
Okay.
Okay, Joan?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling.
All right, Joan from Bedford Village. 23 now past the hour. Hopefully this is Caroline. Caroline, is this you?
Yes.
Okay, good. Caroline's watching on Cable Channel 12 up in Katona.
Yes.
Date of birth, October 26, 1930. Good morning. You're on with Mary Michele.
Morning.
Good morning, Caroline.
Honey, what I like to know is we're speaking about moving, but this has a lot to do with business, which my husband is a Taurus. So I don't know if the two of us are going to get together, move in this house, and big things are going on in his business, which he's really Taurus the Bull, May 10th, 1925.
Well, just the sun sign of Taurus, and you have the moon in Capricorn. This is very advantageous for financial affairs for both of you throughout the year. Also, for you having the sun in Scorpio, the last 13 years have not been easy. There was a shift for you, though, in November. Was there something particular that happened in November?
Well, a lot of things have been going on, but now I was told about moving out and business because he's a Taurus, that's his business. Whether should I make this move or not? I'm a Scorpion.
Right. Well, you and your husband's relationship is what we call the perfect ideal. We need to always realize the opposite of our sun sign, and the opposite of Scorpio is Taurus. So even though there might be lots of opposition, there is, cosmically, it's considered the perfect combination. Certainly for him, throughout this year with the sun in Taurus, and for you with the moon in Capricorn, the moon is about our unconscious desires and our unconscious routines and so on. So those are going to be satisfied for you with Jupiter going over the moon. You do have to be a little careful of expansion, though, whether it's, physical expansion, getting a little heavy.
On business.
What?
That's what's going on right now in business and moving this house.
Yeah, but it's a good time. Any decision that you make right now is going to resonate and work well for you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much. You have answered me.
No, thank you.
Well, that's good. I hope it's the right answer that you wanted to hear also. We have an open line with Mary Michele at 241-1310, 241-1310. Back in 1 minute. What do we want to talk about?
The Bedford Pharmacy is a small, friendly pharmacy with the emphasis on service.
Now you got 4 of them. Look
Let
at
John
it.
give
See?
you his undivided attention,
The Christmas
filling your
tree
prescription
again.
in minutes with a complete computerized prescription record. Discover the many reasons to visit Bedford Pharmacy, like their selection of Bausch & Lomb sunglasses, Caswell Massey, Taylor of London, and Knipe products. Fragrances like Shalimar and Chanel, a complete line of Revlon and Almay skincare. The Bedford Pharmacy, next to the hardware store on Route 22 in Bedford. Open weekdays 9 to 6, Saturdays 9 to 6. Fax service and charge accounts now available. Call 234-7074, 234-7075.
All right, let's get back to the phones now. Mary Michele is here taking your calls on astrology. There are a lot of us who have received our AARP cards today who are calling, mainly those of us who are the first part of the baby boom. Joyce is on the phone, watching on cable channel 12 in Mount Kisco. Date of birth, April 1st, 1945. No fooling on that one, huh? Good morning, Joyce. You're on with Mary Michele.
Good morning.
How are you, Joyce?
I'm fine, and you?
Good. Did you have a particular question?
No, I didn't. I just, I was just curious to know, if there was anything that you can tell me.
Okay. Well, you are also born in the year of the rooster,
Right.
the Chinese year of the rooster. You have the sun in Aries and the moon in Scorpio. This is very Martian. You have Mercury in Aries. Let's see, Mars and Pisces. Okay. There's always this combination in astrology where you have to look at the planets that rule the signs. So the planet that rules Aries is Mars. So Mars is an important factor in your chart. Now, what happens in a woman's chart, because Mars is the masculine symbol, the circle with the arrow coming out of it, oftentimes, particularly if we were raised at the time that you were raised, it was not considered particularly advantageous to be very masculine in the way that you went about doing things.
Right.
So what happens is that having all of this Aries energy and the moon in Scorpio, which its ancient ruler was also Mars, so there's this ability to be very clear about the way that you want to fight, but what you might have done along the way was transfer it and give it to somebody else. So whether it was different men in your life or people that you worked for, and I think, probably a lot of your struggle and a lot of your work has been about learning how to deal with the Mars energy in your life. Have you ever had your own business?
Oh, I do now.
You do now.
It's been for like 15 years, and my husband is a Scorpio.
Oh, that's great. Well, your moon, Carl Jung, the psychologist, said this was the perfect combination for, other than the sun opposition, your moon in his sun sign is the perfect, you support him very, very well.
Well, that's good to know, because we've been married for 32 years.
That's wonderful. That's really wonderful.
We do get along pretty well.
Well, I think that it's very good that you figured out that you needed to run your own business. So I don't know how you came to this conclusion, but I think it was extremely wise on your part. Somehow you figured out that the nature of Aries needs to have its own business.
Well, I had to give that to my husband, because he was the brains of the outfit. He was the one who decided, well, I need to have our own business. So we've been doing it for like 18 years now.
That's wonderful.
And it's doing well, really. I mean, it's good.
Well, that's great. That's really great. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, there's not, but I thank you very much.
Thanks for
Okay,
calling.
thank you for calling.
Okay, bye-bye.
Another baby boomer to be heard from 9:30 now at WVIP in Mount Kisco and cable channel 12. And listening on 1310 AM is Teresa, born on the 4th of July, 1915. July 4th, 1915. Teresa, good morning. You're on with Mary
morning.
Michele.
Yes.
How are you, Teresa?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Good.
I am planning to put my properties up for sale, and I was wondering if I was going to be able to get a buyer and if I have to sort of make a move out of here.
Okay,
That in my
I'm sorry.
horoscope?
1915.
Yes.
Right. Okay. July 4th. You were born with the sun in Cancer, as you know, the moon in Aries.
Right.
Mercury in Cancer. When do you envision that you have to sell this property by?
Well, I'd like to sell it this year.
Uh-huh. Are there women involved in this transaction? I mean, do you feel like, is there...
It's a family setup. Family.
The house is a family setup.
No, the property is owned by the family.
It's owned by the family.
Corporation, the family deal.